You might hate Kanye West, but you can't deny that this was a brilliant move. So, what I want to share is how Kanye West spent $7 million on his Super Bowl ad and what he did with those $7 million, with the $7 million ad spend. And this is a great share because it shows how much juice there is in any sort of marketing campaign, any marketing push, any effort. And honestly, a lot of us are missing different elements of what was done with this or what was theorized to have been done. This is kind of a best case scenario for what the $7 million Super Bowl commercial ad spend from Kanye West resulted in, and it's brilliant. So this comes from the Just In P Instagram account, which does e-commerce breakdowns. JUSTINP. Somebody sent me this. Couldn't believe how good this was, and I'm going to share this. This is what I'm going to be sharing on today's episode 235 of The Edward Show, my daily growth hacking and growth marketing podcast. This is more of a growth marketing episode. $7 million ad spend, not so much of a growth hack, but could be growth marketing. First, I'm going to share Kanye West's Super Bowl commercial. It's 30 seconds long. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike for sharing this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, this Yay, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen, and I got some shoes, and that's it.
And now I'm going to read the breakdown. So the thing to take away from this breakdown, before I read it, is how many different touch points there are in any sort of marketing effort that often go overlooked. And these touch points can be used to make customer acquisition costs really low. All right, so we're going to jump into it now. Everyone's talking about how much money Kanye made, but here's what y'all missed. Background. Kanye paid $7 million to run a TV commercial during the Super Bowl. And then there's a quote from an article. It's a headline. The headline reads, Kanye West raises eyebrows with 30-second Yeezy ad during Super Bowl. Is this real? And the subheader is, rapper's 30-second ad for Yeezy reportedly cost $7 million and aired only on regional CBS stations. And then it goes back into the post. And he sold all the items on his site for $20. So the ad told people to go to his site, and he was selling his clothes, every one of them, for $20. And then Kanye West shares how much he made from this ad, the total sales. So his album finished the day at #1 in 100 countries, his new album Vultures. And from this ad, he made $19.3 million in revenue. There's a breakdown that he shared on how much each piece of clothing sold, how many pieces were sold for each item. Goes back into the post, but that ain't the genius part. Let's go a little deeper. So now we look at the breakdown, the item breakdown. By pricing everything at the same price, so it was $20, he knows what products have the most demand. In this case, the shoes sold 3 times as much as the next closest item. This will help him innovate in the right areas. So his shoes sold 266,000 pairs for $20 each, and the next closest item was 79,000. And it shares a conversion rate with 6.56%, orders 294,000. So this is all shared by Kanye West. And then this breakdown is done by this guy, Justin P. Once on the site, you can see that this was a pre-order. Items will ship in 2 to 4 weeks. This means Kanye can pay for all of the product out of the sales instead of putting up his own money to buy the inventory. That part got me. When I read that, I was like, oh snap. That is great. Now, this is the real magic. Kanye was able to sell to 294,357 people. That means he has emails, phone numbers, and physical addresses he can market to for a fraction of the costs he paid for the Super Bowl ad. Through his Google Analytics, he can see everywhere that people are visiting and buying from. This will help him organize music tour stops, pop-up shops, distribution centers, etc. And while 294,000 people purchased using his 6.56% conversion rate, which he shared, we can estimate that over 4 million people visited his site that one day alone. That makes sense. Math works out. He can now use Meta and Google to serve highly targeted ads to these people until they eventually convert. I love this. Now, with a buying audience in the hundreds of thousands and a marketing audience in the millions because that's how many people visited the site, he will eventually increase the price of his products and run the pre-order method again. And I just saw this. I actually attributed this wrong. This was a repost. This guy, Justin P, reposted this. This is how the internet works. Justin P is a good follow, though, because I checked out some of his content. So I don't mind leaving it in. Justin P said, make sure you follow Mahdi Woodard. This is a repost. So that guy is MAHDIWOODARD. So this guy Mahdi did the original breakdown. Justin P reposted it. And it's a good breakdown. So half of it comes from what Kanye shared. And then the other half is how with tracking tools, basic tracking tools, Google Analytics, Meta, the return that Kanye is going to make from this ad is just going to be tremendous. I'm sure also without a doubt, he has more sophisticated tracking tools in, but just this alone, for me, it inspires me. As a marketer, it inspires me. There's so much that can be done with all of this data, and this post shares that. So when I heard this, I said, I got to share this, and that's what I did, and I'm happy that I got to share with you. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. It is a warm evening here in the small Polish city that I am in. It's the nighttime, and I'm going to edit this bad boy now. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.